सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ मेधादेवी जुषबाणा न आगात् विश्वाची भद्रासु मनस्यमाना त्वया जुष्टानुदमाना दुरुक्तां बृहद्वतेम विधते सुवीराः त्वया जुष्टऋषिर्भवति देवि त्वया ब्रह्मा गतश्रीरुतत्वया त्वया जुष्टश्चित्रं विन्दते वसुसानो जुषस्वद्रविडो न मेधे मेधां म इन्द्रो दधातु मेधां देवी सरस्वती मेधां मे अश्विनावुभावा धत्तां पुष्करस्रजा अप्सरासु चया मेधा गन्धर्वेषु चयन्मनः दैवी मेधा सरस्वती सामां मेधासुरभिर्जुषतागस्वाहा आमां मेधासुरभिर्विश्वरूपा हिरण्यवर्णा जगती जगम्या ऊर्जस्वती पयसा पिन्वमाना सामां मेधा सुप्रतीका जुषन्तां मयि मेधां मयि प्रजां मयि अग्निस्तेजो ददातु मयि मेधां मयि प्रजां मयीन्द्र इन्द्रियं दधातु मयि मेधां मयि प्रजां मयि सूर्यो भ्राजो ददातु वाग्देव्यै च विद्महे ब्रह्मपत्नी च धीमहि तन्नो वाणी प्रचोदयात् कात्यायनाय विद्महे कन्याकुमारी धीमहि तन्नो दुर्गिः प्रचोदयात् महादेव्यै च विद्महे विष्णुपत्न्यै च धीमहि तन्नो लक्ष्मीः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ everyone, best wishes for a very happy Navaratri and a very successful Dasara Vijayadashami. विजयदशमी दसऱ्याचा शुभेच्छा. शुभम भवतु. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः. See, today the timing is in such a way that today we are supposed to do puja and not learn. Today is Saraswati Puja, we are supposed to do puja and not learn anything. But because I had not informed anyone, I said let us continue with the class. Let us complete any more question answers which are there, because we will be connecting in 2 days. So tomorrow is Dasara for many, but Vidyarambha will happen only on Monday. So Monday is Vidyarambha, something new we will start. So what I thought was we can start the Tattva Bodha properly on Monday. So Monday evening I've sent a schedule. In that, I think for this class it is at evening 7:30 India time. For about half an hour we will keep, and from there the Tattva Bodha properly we will start it. So today I am not planning to start Tattva Bodha. I am planning to complete any more question answers if it is there. Ashrama Vyavastha was something which someone had asked again, so I will explain that. And in case we have no more questions, we will close it early. Absolutely no problem, we'll close it early, right? So, as per the traditional teaching, we are not supposed to learn on Saraswati Puja day, right? So, we will, as far as possible, we will not start the Tattva Bodha today. That is what is my plan. Okay. Now, the question was on Ashrama Vyavastha. I think I have briefly mentioned about it, but I am not sure the person who has asked the question what is the actual query. But still, let me just quickly take you through the Ashrama Vyavastha. See, Varna we saw it was based on very clearly the Guna. Based on that, our Varna was to be decided. Whether we are Brahmana Guna, Kshatriya Guna, Vaishya Guna, Shudra Guna, where we looked at it as Sattva Guna, Rajo Guna and Tamo Guna's combination, which are making these four. And in each of these Varna, we pass through normally different stages in life. Okay. And moving through different stages in life for very specific purpose, that is called Ashrama Vyavastha. So ashrama is something where you are going to be there for a temporary period of time to achieve an objective. Okay. Now, the first ashrama, which now irrespective of whether it was that old Vedic tradition time or if it is the current time, we normally go through the three ashramas, although we don't call it, or we have a different name to it. Childhood or education. The education phase is the first ashrama. Job, marriage, children, settling in a house, our own family is the second ashrama. The third one is retirement and post-retirement is the third ashrama. In current scenario, there is no fourth ashrama, which is sannyasa. Okay. Now, when you correlate the same thing to the Vedic tradition, it was called Brahmacharya ashrama, Grihastha ashrama, Vanaprastha ashrama and Sannyasa ashrama. Right? Each of this has a very specific goal. And it used to be very clearly taught that don't enter the ashrama without an objective. So, when we look at Brahmacharya ashrama, what is the objective? To learn, study, as much as possible study, don't bother about anything. There will be few people who are not so lucky, they have many more responsibilities at that age itself. But most of us, we focus on studies, whatever the studies are, till we complete whatever graduation, post-graduation, professional courses, all those things. So the study period where the focus and the objective of life is only to gain knowledge, to gain some experience, to gain some, not experience, to gain at least theoretical ideal way of living. Okay, that is supposed to be the main objective of education. Unfortunately, in today's education, the only objective which is taught is learn, earn and keep earning. So the education which is there today is only for earning and earning more and keep earning till when? That they don't have an end. There is no end to it. So with this objective, if we start learning, and to learn, we end up paying. So if you ended up paying, you have invested, so you will look at returns. Correct? So all the professional career oriented people, they even take loan to study. Let it be management professional or doctors or postdoctors, whatever. There's a lot of money required. So you end up taking loans to study. And after that, what is the whole objective? Earn. Why did I put so much of effort? To earn. Earn till when? Till I die. This is never the objective of our Shastra. Okay, because it is such a short-sightedness if we are going to look at studies only for earning and having what we call as comfort, having a comfortable life, having all the facilities, because for everything you need money, and once money is there, automatically we believe that there is happiness. Money gives happiness. There is an unwritten equation, and this normally is not, I will not say not true, it is never true. You need money. Money is a sadhana, but money cannot be a siddha vastu or a sadhya or a goal. Money is a means to an end. Money can never be an end, right? But unfortunately, our system today pushes us to believe that even learning is only for money. Then of course your job is for money, correct? And marriage is post money. If you have money now, you have to enjoy. So marriage, children, all that is related to money. Because even today, no one asks, apart from just how much the boy has learned or the girl education, everyone is interested. Where is he working? How much is he earning? Is he capable? How many houses does he possess? So the whole situation is completely changed today. Correct? The Vedic situation was very clearly that learning was for a purpose. Learning was introducing this whole manual, what we said, and you focus your time only on understanding what is available for you. So it's opening up of a big library. You will learn some basic things in it. You will learn how to lead life. You will learn what to do, what not to do, right? You will earn what is going to be the objective of life. Many times we don't know that, right? So what should be your right objective? What is the purpose of this human life? All these are taught in that studentship, and lot of discipline. So once discipline comes, then your professional courses also are there. If you are a Brahmana, you are taught more of the Vedas. If you are Kshatriya, you are taught warfare, administration. If you are a Vaishya, you have been taught economics and how to manage materials and funds and people and everything. And Shudra anyway does not come into the picture because they are not into any learning at all. Right. Then after Brahmacharya Ashrama, you had immediately the next one was Grihastha Ashrama. So the objective of Brahmacharya Ashrama at that time was to learn and equip oneself to enter Grihastha Ashrama. Right? Now, when we enter Grihastha Ashrama today, our objective is earn, marry, have children, have a good house और एक घर बसाने का है. Big objective is what? घर बसाने का है और उसी में बस जाते हैं. There is no other objective in life apart from that in Grihastha Ashrama. Keep on earning, have more comforts, घर बसाना है. Correct? Even if you have 10 bungalows, you will say, क्या करना है? भगवान का दुआ से 2 वक्त की रोटी चाहिए. Now the definition of 2 वक्त की रोटी changes from person to person. Correct? Someone will say 2 वक्त की रोटी in a सोने का थाली. Someone will say that genuinely karatala भिक्षा 2 वक्त की रोटी मुझे भिक्षा दो बस. I don't have even that. So this definition of 2 वक्त की रोटी पापी पेट का सवाल. Obviously, if you are going to have such a view in life, that pet will become papi. Right? So once we have the right view, why do you have to get married and have a Grihastha Ashrama? It's a very important aspect to know. There is an objective to enter Grihastha Ashrama, and our Shastras were very clear. Dharma Praja, that is the only objective of Grihastha Ashrama. You should get into Grihastha Ashrama. You should have progeny who will be dharmic, and you should complete your duty and just get out of Grihastha Ashrama. Out, no sitting in. Over. The earlier you can get out of Grihastha Ashrama, the better it is. Because Grihastha Ashrama will teach. It is, putting into the frying pan and nicely heating it. किधर उड़ी मारा तो आग पे, नहीं तो पैन पे, यू आर गोइंग टू गेट ओनली दिस. उसका बीच में हंसते रहेगा थोड़ा कुछ सबको, जस्ट टू कीप एवरीवन हैप्पी. You will have a very sly smile on the face. How are you? Oh, I'm very fine, very fine. Everyone knows internally what is happening. Okay. And Acharya, our Shankaracharya says, Sarvatra esha vihita riti. हर घर पे यही महाभारत है. सर्वत्र ऐसा विहिता रीति. Don't bother about it. हर घर पे topic will change. झगड़ा वही है. Okay. All are into the frying pan. Everyone's ego is high. Everyone wants what they want to do, and that is how it continues. But that is not at all the objective of Grihastha-ashrama. The Grihastha-ashrama should help us to subdue the ego, mature out, so that your ego gets matured and it submits. That is the time you will say, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Moodamate. I just don't want anything. I want just to be at the feet of the Lord. Nothing more I am interested. बहुत कुछ देख लिया इस संसार में, काफ़ी कमाया है, हर चीज़ देख लिया है. That is how it has been happening. Nothing new for me. Nothing is going to change even after millions of years. Let it be in America or let it be in Ethiopia. Everywhere the story is the same. The hero, heroine will change. Story is exactly the same. Right? So Grihastha Ashrama very clearly is to settle and move out. Never get stuck in Grihastha Ashrama. And you will say, what do you do? मतलब घर छोड़ के जाना है क्या? No, no, not at all. We are not at all advising to leave the house and move. But technically what is the next step is called Vanaprastha. Vanaprastha means go to the jungle. Vana is a small, where few trees are there, a little away at the outskirts. Aranya is a jungle. So it is not Aranya Prastha, it is Vana Prastha. So you just go, outhouse, फार्म हाउस. हाँ भाई, ये घर अभी आप लोग संभालो, जैसा रखने का रखो. आई एम गोइंग टू द फार्म हाउस नाउ. I am no more interested to be in this house. Of course, I will surely come once a week. We can come and meet whenever you all want to come for a picnic. Do come there. I will take care of you all. So do come. So either you can be in an outhouse. What is the objective there? That is the time for introspection. What did I achieve in my life? I learned the objective of life. I transacted and did all the karma. How much was I successful? Where did I fail? What were that compulsive obsession which did not allow me to follow the dharma? What was my own shortcomings, my desires that were pulling me not to do the dharma and go to adharmic way? Introspection. I'm sure when everyone looks at it, there are many such things which we have done in our life. Can I understand that and can I learn from it? Okay. Earlier there was a pressure of time, there was a pressure of performance. Now in Vanaprastha, what is the pressure? Time hai. So I will not succumb to all these things. Gone and over is over. I have lost my 50 years, no problem. But from the 51st year or the 61st year, I am going to be with the clear vision of what I want to do. Right? So Vanaprastha is more on introspection, getting back the focus into goal of life. And what is the goal of life? The Veda says only one goal. You have paid a lot. You have paid through your nose to get this body called a human body. Mahata Punya Panyena. I have paid a lot to get this boat. Jaldi se naiya paar karna hai. Don't keep sitting on the boat and enjoying the boat. No. Naiya paar karna hai. Immediately start. So at least in Vanaprastha, start. Get to the real objective of life and not all the objectives which were there right from childhood. just to show and have a status and become something in the society. No, that is not the objective of life, right? So purely start going introvert, going inward. Reduce associations. That is the time we would want to always show. Once you are after 60, you would want to become a part of all the association. Why? It is just an inferiority complex in us which tells us that, oh, if I am not busy, people will feel that I am good for nothing. Think about it. And you are actually supposed to be good for nothing to the society, because that is your time for yourself. Your time for yourself. You have done enough and given to the society during Grihastha You are supposed to give the society, not just for yourself. In Grihastha you should do Karma Yoga, give a lot, earn as well as give a lot to the society. Enough of it in Vanaprastha. Now I am just going to stop activities, reduce it to a maximum extent. Gradually you can do it, but you have to reduce it. Then what do I do? More get into mind focusing. More get into mind focusing. Okay, and with that is why Upasana is the key objective of Vanaprastha. Correct? That means I should get into more focus in the mind, and I should also enlarge my mind, Chitta Vishalata. Try to encompass more and more, accommodate more and more, give more people space in my mind, give more space to all the other creations. Look at all the creations as God's creation and not have my individual likes and dislikes. I don't like this person. Oh, very good. We can do one thing. Do meditation about that person every day, telling you are a very nice person. I don't like a person is not the problem with that person. It's the problem of my mind. So whom you hate, keep a photo in front of you, do dhyana, every day do puja, say very good, thank you very much, you are helping me to calm my mind. Correct? Slowly our extreme likes and dislikes, our ego will start slowly submitting. You don't have to go and meet that person also, so that person will not know anything. So it's a mind game which you are playing, right? So Vanaprastha is very much required for it. And Vanaprastha is the time when you are not supposed to worry. Unfortunately, the natural tendency at that age is only to worry. Vriddhastavat chinta saktaha. I am always attached to only worry. Even if there is nothing to worry, I am worried that there is nothing to worry. No reason to worry becomes the prime reason to worry. Then of course I have everything. Children, grandchildren, great grandchildren, keep on thinking. 7 पीढ़ी तक keep thinking. आज उसने खाया क्या? अरे he didn't smile at me. That person didn't talk to me. शुरू. Idle man's mind is devil's paradise. चालू. Correct? That is why all the people at home say, retire हो गया ना, go out, walk and come. Don't eat our head. That is why better is to keep. Now then the next problem starts. Slowly there is a competition. Till now I was the single thing which was white in color. Now I have got a competitor. Now 2 things become white. Then एक रुस के निकल जाता है. Earlier only the teeth was white. Now the hair is also white. So the teeth doesn't allow. He says I cannot do anything. The hair also goes and the teeth also goes. समझ में आ रहा है? धीरे धीरे कान बंद होएगा. That is the time you will say I can't hear anything. I need to go to the doctor. For what? He will advise to put something in the ear. And for what? So that I listen to all the nonsense which everyone tells about me. बाबा काय ऐकतच नाहीये. Daddy is not listening at all. To listen to that, why do you want a machine? You know it, correct? So why do you need a machine? God has decided at that time its job is over. He has switched it off. Be happy. Very good. I used to have 5 antenna. One antenna is already broken. It is helping me to go more inward. Another antenna, he will close the eyes one day. Oh, very good. Thank you. Slowly all the joint pains will come. Very good. I should not go anywhere now. Let me say, what is the job? Just do Ishvara Dhyana. What is the job? Get that bhakti more and more. And then he is taken. He is there na sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam raja aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shucha. He is giving you a written contract, one-sided signed contract he has given you. Leave everything and come to me. I will take care of you. Yoga kshemam vahamyaham. The moment we say yoga kshema, first what comes to our mind? LIC. Once LIC comes, then what comes? प्रीमियम दिया क्या? अरे बाबा उसका नॉमिनी लिखा क्या? मैं मरने के बाद तो मिलने दो. क्या यूज है उसका? Think. Yogakshemam Vahamyam does not one moment also tell that I need to think about Bhagavan, who is taking care of yoga and kshema of mine. We think LIC is going to take care of it. He will come with everyday new schemes and he will con you. You will put your money into it and then worry about that money. That money itself comes back to you when you die. So you can't use it. Correct? See, point is, Vanaprastha should be a time of absolutely being with oneself and being very self-contented. Be self-contented. Again, don't mistake Vanaprastha, you need to leave the house. You can be in the house, and that is still more difficult. At least if you are outside, you have the freedom to do what you want. In the house, you know it is how? Nalini dalagata jalamati taralam. That is how it should be. Before I give this example, before cutting a jackfruit, apply oil properly. Be careful. Huh? How many people have tried cutting a jackfruit? If you don't apply the oil, then you know what problem comes. So first apply. Oh, COVID ke liye put your PPE first. Then get into the COVID ward. Same way, if you want to be in the house and have Vanaprastha, put your guards, put your PPE. जितना ये बंद होएगा उतना अच्छा है. Don't worry about it. Bhagavan will take care. Arey, how will they know I am hungry or not? Don't worry. Everyone knows that when you are hungry, some food will be given. Okay. So, in the house, the practical way is, can I be a paying guest? You know what is the meaning of a paying guest? In true sense, huh? You pay and you are a guest. So the guest has limited allowances to poke the nose because you are a guest. But you have to witness everything. Think about it. You have to sit there and witness everything, but you should not poke your nose. Then what should I do? Leave it. Sarvatraisha vihita ritihi. 30 years back I did the same thing, now they are doing it. Leave it. क्या होएगा? आज तड़का हुआ, कल अपने आप तेल का गर्मी कम हुआ तो अपने आप सब साथ में आएगी. Leave them. बच्चे लोग, नाते लोग, सब चलते रहेगा गाड़ी. If you are of some help to them, go and help. And see that you have your own schedules without disturbing anyone. Don't ask that I want to see this serial at this time when others want to see Netflix. Your time of Netflix and serial is over. That is why God wanted to remove that eye. We are putting chashma and still want to see Netflix only. Hai ki nahi? So, we have to drop it. Ha Baba, you enjoy. Don't say get another one small TV in my room. Waste. Now you have wasted that life, right? So better than that, you have a bigger TV is always available for you 24/7. My Mr. Ishwara is available for me. चालू कर दो चैनल को, जब बनता है आग बंद किया चैनल चालू, कंटिन्यू, टॉक, स्पीक, laugh, dance, cry, do whatever you want with Ishwara. He will not respond at all to you. Very good psychological stability you get by that. Very, very good psychological stability. Many of the fears automatically go. And the main fear is, another thing is fear of death. Fear of inability. All that starts going. Right? So, we have to have a clear understanding what is Vanaprastha, why we need it, and what is the objective of Vanaprastha, and then we have to live it. We have to live it. Is it going to be easy? Answer is no. If you have made up your mind, it is very easy. If you have not made up your mind, it is very difficult. Correct? So, that is Vanaprastha. The fourth one, at least these three, most of us, we are going to face it sometime or the other in our lives. Sannyasa is purely a choice where even you are not dependent on this house or someone to give you food. Someone will give me food. In India, don't at all bother. At least in India, I can tell you for sure. पत्थर फेंकेगा तो मंदिर है, मंदिर में झाड़ू लगाए तो खाना पक्का मिलेगा, ठीक है, सुबह शाम खाना मिल जाएगा. So it is like in Three Idiots, he says, now what do you need to go to a movie, what do you need to go for studies? You need a uniform. और क्या चाहिए? जाओ बैठ जाओ, यूनिफॉर्म डालो, जाके बैठ जाओ, बाकी का सब हो जाएगा. जिधर ज्ञान मिल रहा है बैठ जाओ. वैसे ही even if you go to so many ashrams and so many, कुछ नहीं. That is where, please understand, it is more of submission of our own ego which doesn't allow us to go and do something like this. We are more interested what will happen in the ashram. कौन क्या करेगा, मुझे क्या, nothing. Sannyasa is being one with everyone, everywhere. There is no boundary at all. That is sannyasa. And still being completely only to yourself. Mentally you are with yourself, physically you are with the whole world. In fact, sannyasis should not have door in their room at all. They are supposed to be parivrajaka. Not more than 2 days they can be in one place. Not more than 2 days they should be in one place. They should be always on their toes. Sannyasa ashrama is that. Okay. No agni. Niragni they are called. That means no cooking gas and no karmas. Both. Means what? Bhikshan dehim. 3 people have been told. Our ashrama dharma clearly tells 3 people should have bhiksha and eat food. A brahmachari should eat food by bhiksha only. A vanaprastha should have bhiksha and eat food. A sannyasi should have bhiksha and eat food. Think about the system. Every day you go for bhiksha, what happens to your ego? See, finally that is helping me in the path, because what is moksha? Completely submitting ego is called moksha, nothing else. Right? So it helps, it aids. So we should not fear it or shy from it. That is vanaprastha. Sannyasa is completely renouncing everything. Right? This is basically the ashrama system. I am not dwelling into many more things into it, because in ashrama system there are a couple of things as per the traditional thing what you need to do, which is called swadharma. Okay, so you have specific duties and you have general things also. General things are like what we talked about, yama, niyama. Okay, general rules for everyone. But swadharma are specific for specific person in that varna. So a brahmana brahmachari versus a kshatriya brahmachari versus a vaishya brahmachari, the duties are different. A brahmana grihastha versus a kshatriya grihastha versus a vaishya grihastha, duty is different. Okay, So all these duties come as a part of getting yourself trained, equipped, and then you perform it during Grihasthashram. All of them are going to lead to the same thing. But based on that person's guna, it has been differentiated. Are we able to get this Varna and Ashrama now clearly? Right? So it was a infrastructure which will support us to develop spiritually, which is the main goal of the Vedic system. Right? And in that spiritual development, you will surely have EQ in place. EQ gets disturbed only when ego changes. Main reason for EQ to get disturbed is our own ego. Right? Once EQ is in place, IQ will start working much better. Without EQ, IQ can never work. That's what exactly happened with an example. Very clearly our Shastra show one of the highest in IQ, Arjuna, because his EQ got disturbed, the whole of Bhagavad Gita has come out. Bhagavan had to teach the Bhagavad Gita to get his EQ back in place, because IQ was always there. The EQ was, you know it is how? IQ is the sun, EQ is the cloud. You need to put some effort to move the cloud, then the sun is visible. हवा लगता है थोड़ा बादल को जाने के लिए, फिर सूरज दिखाई देता है. Right? Good. So this is the whole objective of the ashrama system and varna system. Any questions or anything, feel free to ask. Any other questions, feel free to ask. Otherwise, we will start the Tattva Bodha on Monday, which is the Vidyarambha day. Anyone who wants can ask any questions pertaining to what we have learned.
Sir, Namaskaram. My name is Rahul. I had a question, sir. This is very helpful, the ashrama thing and the perspective of Grihasthashram. Otherwise, people like us are very lost as to what the objective end goal is of
Correct.
this. So, sir, the question I had was, in the Varna system, what category do artists fall in? Musicians, artists who either work for their own pleasure or work for making the world in a better place. I am struggling with bucketing them in one of the four.
See, as much as we need the security and all the things, same way, again, they can come in any varna. You can have Brahmin person who likes to have art and taking that as a profession, because that is why we had so many professions available in our system. We had Pakavidya, cooking, right?
Yes, yes.
The whole Natya Shastra was there, correct? Complete Sangeeta Shastra was there. So it is available for all the varnas. Okay, and if you are a Shudra also, they could do any bhajan. Who stopped them?
Correct. Correct. Okay.
They
okay.
can jingle and do any bhajan. So it is never, see, understand one thing, that one is your job, which is your dharma, other is creativity and recreation. So both go together, and the beauty is, even in our system of creativity and especially dance or anything you take, anything of our system will have the same value of the Vedas, which are entwined, including in a Natak mein dekho, that will be there into it itself. So it is already properly entwined and gone into it. So when people cannot understand it through the proper Vedic system, there are all these various ways to give the same knowledge in a very subtle and a different way. For example, Harikatha used to be there. Correct? There are so many such forms of art where you had music, you had the spirituality, you had the knowledge, you had everything blended nicely and then given, so that even a common man could easily understand. You don't have to be very, very learned to understand it. Right? So
Right.
this was very, very nicely entwined. It was a part of the system.
Okay. No, thank you very much. This is nice to know. It's orthogonal to Varna system. It
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah,
orthogonal.
yeah. It's
Thank
something
you.
like matrix. I would say that you mix whatever you want, but you can't lose the focus. That's the point. For
Correct.
example, Tyagaraja is a jnani. He is already a mukta person. How? Through song. Right? You have Surdas. You have, so now which varna do they come? Yes, they can be a Brahmana, they can be a Kshatriya, because that is something which is again, for a Brahmana you have certain duties, but apart from that you also have certain gunas and you have certain likings by which is again aligning to the Vedic goal. So why can't you use that? See, in our puja also you have a bhajan, correct? You have a dance. All this can be included into it, and then it all aligns beautifully.
Got it. Got
Yeah.
it. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Lalit here.
Yeah.
I have a question related to the Mahabharata, the story of Eklavya not being able to get the learnings from Dronacharya. So how do we explain that? Even though he was so good at his whatever learning ability, he was not allowed to be a part of Dronacharya's Gurukul, and he could not get into that school. So, is there a message there? How do we interpret that?
No, you're asking it from what perspective? Let us understand that when we look
From
at
a Varna perspective, sir.
no, from a Varna perspective, I am not sure, but I can tell you very clearly from a Prarabdha perspective.
Okay.
I'll put it that way. Dronacharya, although he was very good in archery and he was a very good teacher, but Dronacharya as a character was not a dharmic person. Let's be clear on that. Okay. And he flouted the dharma at many places. Right? Dronacharya is a Brahmana. He is not a Kshatriya, right? He is not supposed to fight in a war. But he took part. Why? Only, see, again, the message what it gives here is irrespective of the Varna, if you are stuck to your desire and that ego, then your downfall is there. His weak point was Ashwatthama. And all what he did, the earlier fight, I mean, he fought with Drupada, was for, so everything was related to his ego. So Dronacharya would do anything, and that don't ask the rule book, because he is not following the rule book. Right? So Ekalavya ideally should have been his student, and if Ekalavya would have been his student, Arjuna would not have got that position.
Right.
So to get Arjuna that position, anything which you want him. Now look at it from a different, now this is one perspective looking at it from Dronacharya as a character, right? Now look at it from a different perspective. Dronacharya's prarabdha made him fall in his karma from a dharmic perspective throughout his life. Correct? So he has acquired more papa in this human birth by succumbing to his own desires. Right? So his prarabdha has not helped him to fructify in this human life. Now look at Ekalavya. Ekalavya could not learn archery, but mastered the archery in front of a teacher, but he mastered it and further got very high amount of punyam also by giving Guru Dakshina. So in this whole, look at it from a bigger perspective, who has benefited in this? Ekalavya or Dronacharya?
Yeah, Eklavya.
Exactly. So for everything there are perspectives, and once you put it in the right perspective, Varna actually doesn't matter here.
Okay.
It is the character called Dronacharya, and it is Ekalavya as a character who is completely no ego and submitted it. See, that submission is very clearly shown when he says, give me your thumb. He just cut it. He says, what is the use of this thumb? If that thumb I can give to my teacher, no other student would give this, right?
Right.
See what he has achieved.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sir, I am Usha.
Yeah.
You were talking about the Vanaprastha where there are a lot of. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, clear.
So there were a lot of questions of introspection to happen. Whatever having done up to the Grihastha the Vanaprastha is one, where the new vistas open, where we internally start, absorbing ourselves, start looking inward, look at the Paramatma and kind of getting to a higher order things. Is it the same for women also? The same kind of questions?
Oh, 100%. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Simple. Look at it. Go even through the ashrama system during Vedic culture. If you are a grihastha, you are married, you are with the man, and the woman and the man together forms the grihastha. That is why you are the grihani. And without the grihani, many of the karmas don't happen. Right? So, and another thing we have to understand one more. Any punya, okay, this is the rule of Dharma Shastra. They are highly biased towards men. Dharma Shastra is highly biased towards men. Not in a positive way, in a negative way I am telling now. Any punya done by the lady will go to her account. Any punya done by the man will go to his account and his wife's account. Any papa done by the lady will go to the man's account. समझ में आ रहा है? Okay.
Yes, yes.
So
Great logic.
very,
Great,
very,
sir.
they were very clear.
Great arithmetic.
Very clear. Okay. So even for ladies, understand that after the Grihastha ashrama is over, you will be also going to Vanaprastha. You don't have to separate and stay away from your husband. So husband wife together go. Like today when you see old age homes, what is exactly happening? The husband, wife, other old people, like that there were communities staying at the outskirts of oldies. Because they had their own schedules, they had their own things to do, and they had their own satsang used to be there, charcha used to be. That's how you actually get into the mainstream of focus of your objective of life. And then there is no one to push you. There is no compulsion. You can decide which day you want to be with people, which day you don't want to be with people. So obviously, including husband and wife also, there used to be a lot of flexibility then. Then both understand each other after so many years that there is no expectation that no, आज ये खाना बनाओ, आज वो करो, nothing. ठीक है, आज खिचड़ी है, चलो खिचड़ी खा के आगे जाएगी. So it very clearly and you know, more upavas was done by ladies than men. And what is upavas? It is not having extra sabudana khichdi and more milk and having
Living
more
closer.
fruits. No.
Living closer.
Upavasa is sitting close. Upa is closer. Vasa to Ishvara. So one day you keep all your hustle bustle away. Remove quality time for Ishvara and thinking about this objective of human life. That day आपको खाना बनाने से भी छूट है. That means वो दिन घर पे किसी को खाना नहीं मिलेगा. और very light, minimum time in karma, more time in चिंतन, not चिंता. Correct? चिंतन करो. And that was upavas. So all the ladies, if you look at it, they used to do a lot vratas, lot of upavas, lot of vratas, very clearly, and they were much more stronger than the men. Emotionally, I am telling. Emotionally matured than the men. Right? And it was very clearly, it was for them, it was 100%. If you look at many of the Manusmriti, the sutras, they are so much, I'll tell you, such a lot very positively have been written that about men hardly it has been written, but ladies very clearly Let it be mother, sister, wife, any other lady, maybe aunties, all that very specifically written, they have to be considered as mother. You should not do anything by which you are going to even harm them mentally. Okay, so one thing is clear, the Shastras do not, how do I call, it's not segregation, they do not differentiate between men and women, except few things have to be done by men, they cannot be done by women. Few things are done by women, they cannot be done by men. Matter is. So there let us not try to say why we cannot do, but considering that framework, I think all had that freedom to grow. That is why Vedanta is available for everyone and moksha is available for everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Any other questions?
Sir, this is Anu. I have a question. Sir, आजकल तो आप जैसे बता रहे हैं कि वानप्रस्थ 50 years से शुरू होता है, बट हमारे तो अब एज में जॉब का ही 60 years रिटायरमेंट होते हैं, 60, 62. तो अब हम इसको कैसे इम्प्लीमेंट कर सकते हैं?
Up to you ना. It is up to you. 50 नहीं 60 पकड़ लो, क्या फर्क गिरा? See, Vanaprastha does not depend on age. Please understand that. Vanaprastha depends upon your maturity when you want to come out of Grihastha. You may still be continuing to be a proper Grihastha person, but mentally detached completely with it. You are already in Vanaprastha. When you say detached, it doesn't mean that I am cursing everyone and doing. No. I am doing it with full enjoyment of doing it, but not having an expectation of doing what I am doing. You are already into Vanaprastha, sitting right now at your Grihastha. There is nothing to do with age. We just give numbers because that is known to people. 60 years is what official. Take 60. You know earlier what is the age of a human being considered to be? As per the Vedic culture, what is the age of a human being? Anyone? $120 years. 120 years is a normal life of a human being. Okay. And now I'll give you one particular information. Maybe you would have heard it also. It has come many a times in WhatsApp. But this is coming in properly in the Vedas. This word koti, the word koti has various meanings. Correct? One meaning is crore. 1 crore is a koti. Khoka, what we have, the common word today which we use. 1 koti is 1 crore. It's a number. Another meaning for koti is a highly superior, pious, divine is also called koti. उच्च कोटि के विचार है आपके. What does that mean? When you say उच्च कोटि के विचार है आपके, what does that koti mean here? Does it mean crore or it is a superior thought? It's a superior thought. So when we say 33 koti devata, it is not 33 crore devata, it is 33 superior devatas. Okay, why am I bringing this topic? Because this age came na, they are directly related to this 33 koti devatas. Okay, who are these 33 superior devatas? And these 33 superior devatas are supposed to completely have ownership of our life, a human life. They are 8 vasus, Ashta Vasavaha, 8 vasus, 11 Rudras and 12 Aditya. 8 Vasu, 11 Rudras and 12 Adityas. What is the total of these three? 8 plus 11 plus 12? 31. Correct? And then you have Indra, Indra and Prajapati or Brahma. Prajapati is Brahma. Indra and Prajapati are two more. That are 33 Koti Devatas. Okay, 8 Vasus, 12 Rudras, 11 Rudras, 12 Adityas. Indra and Prajapati are called as 33 Koti Devata. Right? Now, how are they connected with our age? Every Vasu gives you 3 years. The word Vasu means Aishwarya, means I am earning. Correct? Aishwarya means I am earning and I am enjoying it. So every Vasu gives 3 years. So when you take 3 years and multiply by 8, 24 years, the first 24 years of your life, you are more into enjoying and earning, because that is the time you study and you start really getting things completely to make you equipped. The Ashtavasus help you. First 24 years of life taken care by them. Clear? Now comes Rudra. How many Rudras? 11 Rudras. Ekadasha Rudra. Every Rudra is 4 years. Okay. That means 4 into 11 is 44. This 44 years after 24 are the time when Rudra works. How much is 44 plus 24? 68. Correct? So up to 68 years, from 24 years, this 11 Rudras are going to work on you. And what is their job? What is their job? The moment you say Rudra, they will make you cry. Rodayati. They will make you cry. So from 24 to 68, कुछ ना कुछ करके तुम रोते ही रहने वाले. ये हुआ, ये नहीं हुआ. Now you understand what Grihastha Ashrama does. Isn't it perfectly fitting? Rodayati. Ahankar. Rudra बोला तो अहंकार आ गया उधर. Correct? Then comes Adityas. So from 68 years onwards, you have 12 Adityas, and every Aditya is 4 years again. So 12 fours are 48. Correct? Sorry, someone said something?
Yes, good evening, sir. I am Aparna from Hyderabad. My question is...
No, please don't ask me question. I am saying something. I think you are not listening.
No, I thought you paused, so sorry.
No. Okay. So if you look at 12 years multiplied by 4, 48. 68 plus 48 is 116. Correct? And every Aditya means countdown has started. Aditya means what? Countdown has started. Merging into the next, 1 month to the next month. Next month कभी गया तो बीच में कभी भी गुल हो सकता है. पूरा रह गया तो 116 साल तक तो रहेगा. This is how this 116 and 4 together 120 is a standard thumb rule life of a human being, where the first 24 you will earn lot of knowledge, the next 44 you will cry, it will make you in the frying pan. After that you will learn and you will go vanish. Are we getting the scheme? How they operate? These people operate on us like this. Even if you like or you don't like, they will operate this way. Clear? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
We can quickly go. If you have one small question, we'll take it, and otherwise we'll stop the session. Aparna ji, please go with your question.
Yeah, yes, sir. My question was, you spoke about going to Vanaprastha ashram after 60 years or what, whenever our duties are over. Right now we are in the Grihastha ashram, right? So in Grihastha ashram, we are supposed to be involved in all the activities. We have to perform our karmas.
Yes.
And in the next step, Vanaprastha ashram, we are supposed to give up everything. So the transition, how do we train ourselves? It can't overnight, we won't be able to do it, right?
Correct.
How do we train ourselves now? See, now like my age is 45. So another 15-20 years down the line, how do I train myself for that particular period of my life?
It is a see. Now let me ask you, when you were in 25 versus now in 45, do you see a change in your own way how you do activities in terms of your attachment to various activities?
Yes.
Correct. So what happens is, first whatever we feel very possessive about it slowly starts reducing. Okay, like that, as age grows, we have to plan it in such a way that we have to do karmas and reduce the karmas slowly by slowly, increase more into meditation and plan to lead a life of being by yourself. Dhire dhire. For example, maybe you will start initially, okay, first half an hour, every day half an hour, I will be mauna, I will not speak to anyone. Are you able to get that? Slowly,
Yes.
that becomes a habit. Everyone also accepts that.
Yeah.
Pahila 10 din everyone will tang khichege, they will make fun of us. That's okay. Because there is a change. But after 10 days, they will also get bored, they will stop it. Are kuch bhi kiya to this person is not stopping. Okay, leave that person to them. Correct? So slowly that can increase. Then slowly you can reduce food little. You can plan, you yourself have to review. I react very much to these situations. So I am making up my mind that when such a situation come, I will not react. I will feel agitated inside, but I will not react. I will keep quiet. Then these are sadhanas. These are practices you will have to do slowly, so that with your own will, not under compulsion. But you have to plan something, you have to do something. Like imagine, for example, I am just giving you a very vague example, it may be right or wrong, I don't know. Every lady marries and comes to the husband's place. Correct? How do you suddenly adapt to all that house? You are able to adapt only because you come with a mental makeup to adapt. Correct? The moment you have a mental makeup, automatically everything starts working in that way. Same thing is true for the gents also. Till now this lady was not there in the house, now you have to accommodate this lady. So there is a mental makeup for it. Right? And slowly, initially yes, bartan mein aayega awaaz, but slowly both start accommodating, you start respecting each other. In the family everyone starts respecting, and then you find a stable state, right? So dhire dhire, how it takes time, and unless you plan, the plan is whatever happens, we have to make it happen. That is the plan. Situation may go whatever, but not at the cost of break. See, why all of us, what are we thinking? नहीं यार, कुछ भी होएगा तो ये टूटना नहीं चाहिए, बस बाकी का ठीक है, आवाज आते रहेगा. So that is how, the moment you have that goal in the mind, you know when to stop at one point. Sometimes you submit, sometimes someone else submits. चलते रहता है गाड़ी. Like that, we have to slowly find out our own ways where we are comfortable and start this transformation process. We'll have to transform. It's not an easy process. So give it time. Start slowly. You may fail. There will be so many times you will fail. No problem. But now you can afford to fail. If you start failing after 60, you start feeling dejected.
Correct.
So now you have alternative things to hold. ठीक है यार, छोड़ो, आज नहीं हुआ, जाने दो, कल try करेंगे. And do it. So when you naturally take it this way, it starts working. And once you start enjoying it, you will start more and more. And once you start more and more, it's then into a positive cycle of moving up. Yeah, good. I think it is 9:06. It's quite some time now. I never expected we'll go full 1 hour, but no problem. We will continue on Monday, 7:30 Indian time. It will be morning time for people in US. But then try, if you, whoever don't feel guilty that you can't join it for some reason, don't worry about it. We have to take the new class on that day. We will start the Tattvabodha. Be assured that you will not miss anything, because there will be a lot of repetition which I'll keep doing. Don't worry on that. So even if you miss it, don't worry. I will also send a YouTube on that, so that even if you miss, you are available. It's a working day. I understand that clearly. Plus you will have ghar ka responsibilities. Don't worry about it. So take Vedanta also little relaxed. Correct? I have to somehow achieve it. I have to attend all the classes. Nahi hai. So far as there is a mental makeup that I will do my best to achieve it, perfectly okay. A genuine objective. Right? Chaliye. Sit comfortably. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Okay. Thank you very much. Wish you all a very happy Navratri. I have one more announcement to make in case you all are interested. I have another Vedanta class which is happening on Saturdays at morning 9:30. So Saturday morning 9:30 to 11 o'clock Indian time, there is a Vedanta class which is going on. In that class I have completed already Tattvabodha. We have completed Bhajagovindam. We have completed Bhagavad Gita, all the 18 chapter summary, and now we are doing something called as Sadhana Panchakam. And after Sadhana Panchakam, what I am going to start is Bhagavad Gita, shloka by shloka, completely as much as possible. At least I hope to do 4, 5, 6 chapters, and then let us go. If my Guru's grace is there, if the God's grace is there, we should be able to complete all the 18 chapters shloka by shloka. So anyone who wants to attend that, let me know. I will add you to that group, and then it is the same link doesn't change. The same link, it is on Saturdays morning 9:30 to 11:15 it will go. So that is going to start. I'm on the Vidyarambha day, I'm going to start the first class for that. But the actual classes will continue only after I complete Sadhana Panchakam, which may take at least, if you all tell me, I will inform you when to join that. Bhagavad Gita, shloka by shloka, it is up to you. There is no compulsion. That class is going on, so it's an information for you. Right? Chaliye. Hari Om. Shubharatri.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
धन्यवादः
Dhanyavad.
शुभरात्रि राम राम
Yes.